Hi, everybody. Today we are going to be reading from my ebook, Shop by me, Missy Steinfeld. And you can get it on Amazon.com for 99 cents or Barnes & Noble, any place you buy books for your Kindle or your e-reader, or if you have an app for your phone, you can read it on your smartphone or your tablet. And it's very affordable. So we're going to start with the chapter on shopping vacations. Women have been taking shopping trips for ages. I heard that many years ago, America's wealthiest debutantes were squired off to places like London and Paris and Milan to purchase their wardrobes every summer. Now the retail outlets in this country rival any place on earth. So it makes no sense to trek all over the globe unless you really want to go to Europe or someplace like that. But if you feel like it, you certainly should. With everything being so convenient, I think we've drifted away from the delightful ritual of an annual shopping trip. It's time to bring it back, don't you think? Can you imagine taking a voyage across the deep blue Atlantic Ocean on a luxury liner and returning home with trunks full of the latest fashions? Wouldn't that be sweet? We owe ourselves such gracious living. I know it might seem like it would be a little expensive, but we don't have to fly across the ocean. We can adapt the plan to meet our needs and fit our budgets. It's terrific if you have somebody to go on your vacation with, like your sister or your best friend, but what's most important is that you make time for yourself, even if you have to go alone. If you can't go right away, go ahead and save your money and schedule time in the future. If you aren't restricted, go now. First, you have to decide where you want to go. The most affordable way to take a shopping vacation is to do it in your hometown on your weekend, which means if you work weekends, it's whenever you're off. If you're retired, you can go anytime. The problem with taking a vacation in your hometown is the temptation to sleep at home. That's not a vacation. That's just a regular day at the mall. So you need to get away from your home for at least one night to feel like you're actually getting away. This is pretty easy to overcome if you live alone, but if you have a husband or a wife who's the least bit of a busybody, he or she might not necessarily understand why you need this time. My feeling is it doesn't matter why. You just do. Give your husband a beer and a frozen pizza, and he'll be fine for one night. Let's assume you've decided to take a local vacation. We'll talk about your other options later, which means in the book it discusses like if you want to go on a shopping vacation in Las Vegas or San Francisco or maybe Paris. But for economy's sake, we're going to talk about a hometown shopping vacation. You know the ins and outs of your own city. You can drive your own car, take a cab, or use public transportation that you're already used to. It's going to be exciting because you're going to treat yourself like a VIP for the next few days. If you were expecting a special visitor, where would you have them stay? That's where you should go. The nicest place that you can afford near shopping. If you can afford a comfortable room in a nice hotel, by all means do it. I'd rather you do that for one night than go someplace less expensive that's kind of noisy and out of the way. If you can afford several nights, do it. You absolutely should. This is supposed to be lavish and it's supposed to be something you really look forward to and enjoy. Sometimes successful people who are brilliant in their careers are rough on themselves when it comes to really enjoying their leisure time. Taking care of business is important, but it's possible that you can be even more productive if you take care of yourself too. Feel free to combine your shopping holiday with a makeover. Most hotels have salons or spas where you can get a rejuvenating beauty treatment and take advantage of that perk. If you're just staying one night, you could go shopping the first day and then spend the night at your hotel, have a delicious breakfast, and visit the spa before you go. You're going to come home feeling happy and refreshed. Decide on a weekend, make your reservation, and schedule your appointments. If you live in a town where there's a tourist season, you may want to book off season because the rates will go down. If you're traveling alone, think about what options are available for your meals because you want them to be a really enjoyable part of your trip. If you don't normally like going out to eat by yourself, you may want to find a hotel with room service for your morning and evening meal. Or you may decide to go to a nearby cafe where you can have breakfast at a little table, read the news, nibble on a Belgian waffle. Wouldn't that be super fun? Now also think about where are you going to have your lunch? Is there a food court in the mall or a department store with a really appealing restaurant? Is there a coffee kiosk for a pick-me-up in the afternoon? Lounges are really great for happy hour. You can sit at the bar, have a glass of wine, meet new people, watch the game, have a burger or an appetizer, and it's a nice way to have a little bit of a social life if you don't really know anybody. I tend to be a little nervous, and it doesn't bother me to eat breakfast or lunch alone, but I'd probably have dinner at the bar or in my room over sitting alone in a fancy restaurant. If you're like me, it's reassuring to have those decisions made ahead of time. That's easier when you're staying in your own city too, because you're familiar with it. If you don't give a hoot and you love to dine alone, this is your chance to go someplace really fantastic. Another choice would be to call a friend to meet you because all your friends are nearby. The most important thing is to be as extravagant as you can and spoil yourself. This is your time. You deserve it. Do it any way you want. So I hope you take a shopping vacation soon because you're so deserving of it. You're such a special person. I'm so glad you stopped by. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.